She's okay. You tuck it in the tree. Oh my goodness, 'tis the season at Bachman's. How wonderful. I heard the little twinkles in my ear and I thought, now it's time to go. We are here at the Bachman's holiday headquarters. We're getting you ready for the fun. It's so festive in here, and look at you, Ben
Well,
Lieber.
I know, when you complain enough about how ill-prepared you are for a holiday show and you don't wear anything holiday, the great people here at Bachman's gave me a hat. Oh my God, I cannot take you anywhere.
I just broke an ornament.
Did you guys hear that?
With my behind.
You gotta stop shaking that thing.
I think it's because I ate too many Christmas cookies this morning is what happened.
Oh my God. Okay,
you break it, you buy it, Jen. I will pay for that.
Yeah, let's bring in Jen. Jen Bevan. She's Bachman's designer here. She's got a lot of tips and tricks to decorate all things holiday inside your house. And first things first, don't break the ornaments, right? That is the #1 tip you want to give everybody.
#1 tip. Actually, we usually do break one ornament every time.
Okay.
So
I do kind of feel like
maybe that's good luck.
I do feel like it is kind of good luck because, you know, whether I'm helping decorate the tree or my kids are, there's always like crash. And you're like, well, there's the one. Hopefully it's not the most important
one.
one.
No big deal.
Gosh, that was me. That was it. Okay, Jen, I'm so glad that you're here, though, because you've got some really good tricks for helping us make our holiday table, the tree, the mantle look really beautiful. You say layering is first and foremost what you want to think about?
Layering is key.
Okay.
The more layers, the better. So tables, you're adding candles, you're adding greenery, you're adding height, you're adding dimension, you're adding textures. Pretty much put that towards everything that you're doing.
Okay.
Layering, layering.
Is there still like a strategy to the layer, though? I mean, because if you get a knucklehead like me, then you're like, well, Jen told me to layer, and I'm just going to layer. So then, like, do you have to pay attention to the color, the fabric, and all that stuff?
Yes, you do want to pay attention. You want to stick to a theme, right?
Yes.
So color theme, color palette. You can mix textures and prints and solids, but kind of stick to that theme and then carry that theme throughout. So if you're doing a specific theme for the tree, then carrying that theme into the mantle, pulling that through to your table. So like carrying that throughout the house so it all goes together and it doesn't feel disjointed.
I think this color palette is so pretty because it feels very like festive and traditional and appropriate for the season, but just a little bit modern because the shades of red and green are a little different.
Yeah, you get that surprise in there.
Yes, I'm interested in this idea of how you cluster ornaments on the tree. A lot of us, I think, just kind of like, you just hang an ornament on the tree, but you have a different idea.
Yeah, absolutely. So different size ornaments are great, but we all have those huge buckets of these ornaments that you're like, what do we do with these? So for something like this, we want to use either zip ties or pipe cleaners. Smart. And we'll put several of them together, right? So we'll just do this, we'll add several together, and then you're zip tying them into the tree. So you have a cluster, and so that's how we can kind of use these, and just using them as like ones here and there. You can make big clusters, that way you have a bigger space that you're filling in the tree.
Okay, so then what's the idea behind some of the big ones mixed in with some of the smaller ones and the smaller varieties? Like, what's the strategy to make, when you step back and take a look, it's like, it's not just all big ones over here or up top.
Yeah, absolutely. So different sizes. So we like larger, we like smaller, but I like other things other than just ornaments, right? Because if you just have ornaments, everything kind of looks the same. So again, we're going back to that layering, right? So you'll see in our trees, we have a lot of stems, a lot of ribbons, even extra greenery that we add throughout, right?
And you stick that in?
Greenery in there, and it gives more layers into the tree. So we're really going from top to bottom and making sure we're putting things inside the tree, right? Not just on the edge of the tree where everything's kind of hanging. So we're adding stems in, we're adding sparkle in, we're adding ribbons in. So all of those different layers, and then it kind of comes out with this beautiful look.
Okay, so ribbons are the thing that can oft go wrong. And Ben and I both learned that we do ribbon wrong in the break. I am so interested in your method.
Yes, so #1 question I get asked is, how do I do ribbon in a tree to not have it kind of spiraling around the tree, right? So my tip to everyone is cut your ribbon in strips. This is going to be the easiest thing to do. We're going to cut it maybe 12, 18-inch strips. And with an artificial tree, it's super easy because we're literally just tucking it in there and we're pulling them out. So we can continue to do that, right, throughout the whole tree. So we're tucking them in, and we're pulling them out.
Easy.
And then it's going to look like it's flowing through the tree, but super easy to do. You don't have to worry about tying them all in there if you have a fresh tree, you might want to either use a zip tie or a wire or something just to hook it in there because they don't hold quite as well. But same principle, and it makes life so much easier, and it looks professionally done.
Yeah, it looks really smart the way you do that too, because if you do put everything on the outside of the branches, it's like hard to then put the ornaments on, and like everything's sort of on the weight's all on the outside. The other thing I noticed about this particular tree is the lights. I think sometimes I tend to overdo the lights. There are obviously lights on the tree, but it's like a nice accent as opposed to like a giant light bulb.
Well, Ben, I don't think you can overlight a tree.
Is that right?
I love lights in a tree, right? Because it's what's showing everything off.
Yeah.
You're using white lights, you're accenting all the decor, right? So it kind of helps illuminate everything. So we typically say it's going to depend on the size of your tree, anywhere from 150 to 300 lights per foot of the tree.
Oh, gosh.
So, up to maybe a 9-foot tree. If you're doing anything bigger than that, it's even going to take more lights to do that. But when we're lighting, we're wrapping the whole branch. So like in, out, as opposed to just, again, going around. So you really get that dimension in there.
It's so good. Jen, great
you're the
ideas.
best. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And you know what you need to do? You just come here to Bachman's, because this is where you'll get all of the inspiration. And if you're feeling inspired, you want to come out yourself, join Bachman's for their upcoming Gift and Glow night. It's happening Thursday, December 4th from 4 to 7 p.m. at all Bachman's stores. This is a really great night. You can unwind, you get inspired for the holidays, and the first 125 guests at each store will take home a complimentary mini poinsettia. Guests can enter to win prizes. There's going to be wine and sweet treats available to shoppers, and there are more details on Bachman's Gift and Glow night posted on our website, which is twincitieslive.com.
Yeah, and make sure when you come here to Bachman's that you are very aware of your spatial awareness.
Jeez.
And, so your derriere or something doesn't just like clip something or knock something down.
I literally knocked that ornament off with my butt.
Kelly, Kristen, back to you.